Previously on Unranked.
We were in the office the other day, and we're on the third floor, and we are right next to I-495, otherwise known as the Long Island Expressway. And I can see I-495 from the windows. The windows are pretty big. You can see out. And it was like, I don't know, it was like 1 o'clock, right? And there were a ton of cars just driving on the highway. Like, what are these people doing? Like, what are they doing? Why do they work? Do they not work? And if they don't work, where are they going? Where are all these people going? All these fucking people. Wait, what, 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock in the afternoon? 2 o'clock there's always people on the highway. You would think that, like, that many people have something else to do than drive. It's insane. Why do they have something to do at 1 o'clock? Shouldn't you be at work? Shouldn't you be, like, doing something else? If you work and live on Long Island, then you have a restaurant that has got to be within walking distance of your office or wherever you're working. There's restaurants all over the place. We're not living in bumfuck.
Hello, and welcome to the Unranked podcast. This is the 516th time we're doing this. Well, let's not do that again. Christian Williams, Alex Tuna, Tom Caswell.
Wow. Okay. How's it going there? Hey, yo.
Had a little bit of a false start there.
Don't we all?
Tom,
Such is life.
You're doing an impression of my kid over there? Just
Yeah. That's what I was
just getting that all day long over here.
Oh, yeah? No.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to form a word.
I mean, we get a lot of ba. She'll do that too for a while. You know, that's about as advanced.
So she knows about sheep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She's
yes.
Familiar.
All the sheep. Mary, her lamb.
Oh, had a little one.
Yeah.
Right. Mary, her lamb. That's what you need to know about sheep. And they cloned one in 96.
Oh, Dolly.
Dolly.
Yeah. And now they're cloning humans.
Yeah.
Like a tuna. There he is. We're making an army of tunas.
I mean, Jesus, that's a thought to think about.
You know what? I almost watched last night for the first time the Ewan McGregor film, The Island.
The Island.
I believe there's like some kind of like cloning, sort of like Gattaca kind of shit going on in The Island.
Sounds familiar, this movie, The Island.
I've never watched it, so don't know the ins and outs on it. Now I'll have to, and then I'll have to report back. Speaking of 516, it's 516th episode. I feel like let's just not kick the can here. Let's go ahead and talk.
Oh my god, are we done? Are we done? No, fuck. There's still one.
It's
more.
The last one. It's the last
god
one. This is the last one.
It.
Yeah.
Fine.
We're about. This is like, every generation has their Needle King, Needle Queen, right? Where you're 6 episodes straight, kind of within the doldrums that you can't escape. And today is the final one. We see the light on the other side. But today we'll be talking about the 516th Pokemon, Tuna. What's it called?
Simipour?
Oh my god, he
Simipour?
said it correctly. Oh, nope, cat's out of the bag. It's
Simipour.
Simipour.
SCP-500.
It involves from
Simipour
Panpour when exposed to a water stone. They're part of the elemental monkeys, along with the grass-type Pansage and Simisage, and the fire-type Pansier and Simisier.
This is the see no evil Pokemon with a eyes shut over here.
Yes.
It's got some pretty cool dreads. It's got some pretty cool water dreads, I think. And its tail looks like, like a water spout, like a fountain. Not bad, design-wise, I think. Surprisingly, I would say, again, 87.5% male on this Pokemon, because I think this Pokemon looks fairly feminine in its design, but most likely we are not looking at a female Pokemon here. Simipour is known as the geyser
for every Pokemon,
Simipour's tail actually looks like Vecna's thing that goes over
that he puts in the mouth. I always found that quite graphic for I always thought it was quite it stirs up a lot of imagery, especially involving children in fucking that the tube in their mouth and stuff. Like,
Sure.
fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, it's very Matrix-esque, you know?
Right,
I mean,
but it's not Keanu Reeves. It's fucking Holly Wheeler, you know?
Yeah, that is true. The second, like, we got to that scene where, like, all the kids were, like, you know, Vecna down.
Plugged in.
It was straight up just the Matrix.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it was just the meat Matrix.
Right, the meat Matrix. That, you know, they should have named it that. Meat Matrix.
Yeah, it's the
instead of the upside down.
We're in the meat zone.
We're in Dimension X, also known as the Meat Matrix. Oh,
Tuna.
man alive.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about this Pokemon?
It's based on a monkey in a fountain. It may have been inspired by a water-dwelling monkey-like creature, or it may be a visual pun on sea monkeys. The chest fur resembles a volcano, I guess, and may have possibly been based on geysers. Whatever. Three wise monkeys, we've heard it before. Simipour may be a combination of simian.
These three wise monkeys, I haven't heard of this.
Simipour may be a combination of simian and pour.
What about Simon Says?
Could be that as well. I mean, this is a May Pokemon, so it's not like it's definitive.
May.
So you can write in if you think it's based on that.
Okay. I'll
That's all I got for you. Head back to camp. Good night.
I'll do it. That was good. I appreciated that. Why don't we briefly, quickly, and as we always do, just take a look at this Pokemon's shiny. Last week, shiny not bad. This week, okay. Not as good as the colors from last week. I don't know why they didn't stick with the same color scheme. Now it's more of a purple, like maybe closer to an indigo. It's not bad. It's certainly still the best. This Pokemon of the three monkeys has the best shiny versions. The other two were almost indistinguishable. I think the grass one actually had like worse colors too. But I would say not as good of a shiny upgrade as the last one. Tom, as a colorblind person, how well can you tell the difference between these?
I mean, I can tell the difference. The other, why did this happen? The other one is purple. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to say definitively like that is for sure purple.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty close to a purple. Black and White 2 says it prefers places with clean water. When its tuft runs low, it replenishes it by siphoning up water with its tail. Kind of like Vecna.
Yeah. That being said,
yeah, let's put this little boy on
19.
No.
What?
It's got to be near the last one, right? How much worse is it than Panpour?
Worse.
Okay, but how much worse? It's 10 worse?
11.
So sorry.
He does this. He fucking puts shit at the bottom, and then the moment there's pushback, he just is like it's throwing darts at a board. He's like, "What number do you like?"
Tom, help me out here.
Yeah, I mean, I would put it. Where is? Oh, Simisage is at the top. Yeah, I mean, I think I would put it. I would put it under all of the starter monkeys, all of the first evolutions.
Okay.
I would put it above. Yeah, it's there. Man, you guys really hated Simipour. Last.
I don't remember how that happened.
Well, he was throwing
so number 12? The new number 12, is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah, correct.
All right, I'm happy. Let's do that. Tuna said 11 after he said last. All right.
I'll tell you what, though, a little tease for next week. Fuck, that fucking thing's getting fucking punted right to the fucking bottom of the charts.
Oh, I haven't previewed it.
It's like, let's have a little.
I haven't previewed it.
All right, well, we'll find out next week. A little tease for next week. All right.
How you doing, boys? Tuna looks like he needs a nap.
Yeah, I'm ready.
What are you looking at?
Ready.
I'm
ready. So my mom asked me, she's like, I'm running out of TV shows, don't know what to watch. I said,
Mhm.
oh, I mentioned the show The Traitors.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Last night I get a text.
Oh boy.
I and mind you, she's using talk to text, which I cannot stand.
Dude,
But this is what
we
she
went,
does. It's
my
so
mom,
fucking annoying.
same thing, dude. And
It's
we get the
awful.
craziest texts because of it sometimes.
It's so stupid because like words get like there's no punctuation anyway. So this is what she said. I just finished watching the end of The Traitors, and that was probably one of the best reality type shows I think I've seen. That was season one that I watched.
Got it.
So
I mean,
she
American
said,
pretty
traders,
crazy
yeah.
yeah,
considering it's the
yeah,
celebrity edition,
it was the
right? Unless
first
you had her
season.
watch UK.
No, no, she's
Oh,
not. No. So she watched the celebrity version.
well, what do you mean she's
She's
not? It's available in the same app.
Yeah, she's not going to watch some UK jabronis go into a
Okay.
castle. Claudia Winkleman's not going to mean anything to her. So she knows
Claudia
these people.
Winkleman is not
She
going to
knows.
mean anything to
She knew the
her.
winner. She knew a bunch of people who were on the traders. So she like knew who they were.
Okay.
So
Okay. That's fair.
yeah. So now she's in. She wants to watch a lot more. So yeah, so
Great.
there you go. There was ever a
That's great.
time. Yep.
That's it. Just beginning to end. Like, love the traders.
Yeah, I mean, we talked more about it, but it was kind of like,
Yeah.
she thinks the faithfuls took it a little too seriously. Everyone took it's a game. What do you want me to do? Not lie to you?
Game. Yeah, it's a fucking game.
So
It always gets me when people are like, you betrayed, you stabbed
yeah,
someone in the back. I'm like, it's the game.
it's part of the game.
It's part
What
of
we
the
got to
fucking
do.
game.
Yeah. What else? Let's see. Uh, hmm, I don't know. Not really much going on here since last week. Possible snowstorm coming up.
Oh, yes, it's a brewing.
Possible snowstorm. We can get anywhere between a wintry mix to 2 feet. So who knows? Um,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's it.
That's all I got for you. Oh, are you guys
Wow.
watching the I'm not. I have no interest. Are you guys watching the new Night of the Seven Kingdoms or whatever show on
No,
HBO? I have
no.
no
Oh,
interest.
but don't you love Dunkin' Egg?
I do, but I read the books and I feel like the books are good. And I don't need to watch a show with I don't know
Sure.
that I'm not
Sure.
even confident they're going to do anything with. So
Yeah. I didn't watch House of Dragon when it came out.
I watched
And
season
then
one.
I
I
waited
didn't watch
until
the next one.
people said they liked it and then I bothered to watch it. I'll probably do the same with this. This is a show that I'll probably, when it's done, like if it gets another season, if
Mm,
people are like, it's great, and I'm like, I need something to watch, then I might start
mhm.
it. But yeah, I'm in a pretty similar, especially like, I'm just so annoyed with George. Like, just finish the books. If he went
I'm
and
so
finished the books,
annoyed with
Alex,
George.
I could get reinterested in that world. But
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
just,
interested in the world anymore. I'm kind of done.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
you guys ended Game of Thrones poorly.
yep,
House of the Dragon was okay. Like it was fine. I didn't feel
yep.
amped enough or hyped enough to watch season 2. And then you come out with this new show and I'm not confident that you're going to end it well. I'm not confident that the other problem is you've cast this kid for Aegon and that kid's going to
Spoiler. I'm
There's
messing.
no spoiler.
I'm messing
Here.
because
okay.
people
But
the show is
yeah.
treating it like a spoiler. It's just so fucking funny.
So you cast this
Anyway.
kid as Aegon, and the kid's gonna start growing up like quick. So, I mean, where are we going? Because there aren't a lot of Dunkin' Egg books. There's like a lot of Dunkin' Egg stories. So you're just gonna start making shit up again, and I'm not confident that it's gonna be good in the long term.
Can you
We
believe
also,
that the fucking end of that show was 7 years ago?
yeah, what a terrible
Fucking
time.
hell. That's
It was
crazy.
a bad time. Actually, yeah.
It was pre-COVID.
It was pre-COVID, but it was the start of the bad times. So, the really bad times. So, what else did we watch? We watched the Harlan Coben show, Runaway. That was all right. We watched His and Hers with John Ruman.
Oh, I've heard good things.
It was good. It was good. There were a couple things in there that you're like,
John Bernthal and
Bernthal,
who's
the woman who
plays
played the
woman?
Valkyrie in, I don't know her name.
Oh, Tessa Thompson.
Played the, yeah, Valkyrie in
Marvel.
Marvel Universe. Yeah, I mean, look, it's funny, and the His and Hers was a limited series of 6 episodes, and we were just like you couldn't just make a movie, like you didn't want to just make a
Sure.
movie here,
Sure.
what are we gonna get to 2 episode series now? You know what I mean? Like we started at 20, 21, 22 season, then we went down to 13, then 10, then 9, then
Well,
8 is now like the new standard is like 8
well,
8
I
or
would
9.
say two things about that is I feel like we've had limited series tend to be shorter, and it's been this like weird anomaly of TV. But then there's also a thing with like
not true.
British TV.
6
yeah, you've had
episodes?
yeah.
No, Band of Brothers was
rec-
10.
Sure. I mean, yes, there are certainly long examples, but I mean, if you take historically in the UK, for example, like a lot of shows only have 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Like Sherlock was a 3 episode.
Yeah, but
kind of
each episode is like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes.
Anyway,
I'm kind of done. Like I don't know.
I'm just done with TV
I
and
just feel like
anything.
nothing I've watched so far
is getting you
is like
jazzed.
good enough where I'm like,
Have
oh,
you checked out the
shit.
Fallout TV show?
No, I'm not gonna watch that.
Okay. You
The
don't
next
think
one
that would be a good way to engage with that, since you're probably never gonna like play the games, but it is kind of
maybe. I mean, I do like Goggins.
Franchise.
I do like Goggins.
He's great in it.
I do like
the whole
him.
cast is great.
It's
a good show.
I don't know. I'm really
You'd be
getting very
intrigued by it,
disappointed.
I think.
I'm getting
You'd be
very disappointed.
intrigued.
Okay, I'm getting very disappointed in the state of TV these days. Just feel like a lot of it is fucking garbage.
Sure.
It's just not good. Not
Makes
good.
the good stuff stand out, though.
It does make the good stuff stand out. What the hell did we watch recently that was like, I gotta
I feel like
that was,
expectations
really
are too high. I feel like everyone needs everything to be like prestige and too like it's like what happened to just TV? Happened to just regular.
True. TV
But it's not good.
was
But it's
mostly
just
garbage back in the day.
Yeah, but you only watched a few shows. I feel like now there's just too much stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. Quantity over quality. You know, it was good. It's not a TV show.
I don't know,
But
the
it is
pit is back.
Oh, The Pit.
Oh, right. So okay, okay. So this is what I want to say about the Pit. I love that the Pit is doing 1 episode a week. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's
Fallout does that as well.
fantastic. It's fantastic. Everyone should be doing it that way. It is so good.
I don't
Like-
mind what Traitors did though, where it's like we're gonna give you a couple episodes up front and then we're gonna go weekly.
Mm-hmm.
But I prefer
Sure.
what you're saying too. I do prefer weekly.
Yeah.
I don't need it all at once. You know?
Makes it easier to digest.
Yeah. I couldn't agree with you more there, Tuna.
Yep. Not really playing any new games. We played Walkabout Minigolf again. Great game.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. We played
Always
again
a hit.
today. We played earlier this week. We can talk more about that, but I do have a game. Tom, you don't have your presentation ready, right?
No, I haven't
Okay.
watched
You
Twinkle
haven't had a
Toes
chance.
or whatever.
I changed Tom's presentation because I realized that making him recount the story of Borderlands 4 is going to be as much of a punishment for Alex and I as it would be for Tom. And there's probably so many breakdowns of it already that he's not going to really need to do much other than like copy other people's summaries and read it. So instead, I've asked Tom to watch, kind of like I did with The Wizard previously, watch and recount one of the roles of a lifetime for Matthew McConaughey and Gary Oldman.
Yeah, the role.
Tiptoes.
Gary Oldman in the role of a lifetime.
That's by the way, that's in the trailer.
I know.
It's so good. It's so good.
Man.
So I watched this a few years ago and I told you about it. And so Tuna, you've got that to watch. You've got to watch. I mean, you don't have to watch. You can just get Tom's breakdown, but it is going to be more interesting if you watch yourself some Tiptoes. I highly recommend. I did tell Therese that I was having you guys watch this. Therese is kind of excited to watch it again. We already watched it once. It's
Tiptoes.
I promise you, however crazy you think it's going to be, it's going like seeing like the times where they're switching
Sure.
between like Gary Oldman and like a dummy. Like when they have, because again, Gary Oldman
Is on
fully
his knees.
fully grown, normal, like average height man. Actually, he might even be tall. Is playing a little person. Like there are times he's sitting on a couch, and they're not like cutting him off at the waist with the camera. They have his legs there and everything. So like he's hidden, like his body's going into the couch, and they just have dummy legs that straight up just look like they took some jeans and some stuffing from the store and just threw them in front of his waist.
It just doesn't work. It's not just the leg part.
Correct.
It's not just, it's the whole
It's the whole thing, baby.
It's the whole thing.
There's a fight sequence where you can see like
I cannot.
Where
I'm
Gary
not going to
Oldman
be able
gets
to
into
stomach
a fight.
this.
It's incredible. This is an incredible film
God.
that everyone needs to watch. I had a feeling that you wouldn't have this ready just because you have to have time to watch a movie, but you do need to find time before next week to watch this.
I know.
Tom, you go.
Well, we're about to have the storm of a lifetime. Gary Oldman is the storm of a lifetime. Get high, watch Tiptoes. All right.
Get high, watch
what have
Tiptoes.
What have you got?
So, do you guys have your Magna Doodles?
Yes.
Great. Because I have a game. It was mentioned in the Discord by one of our very own faves, Mr. Jandrick himself. He suggested that he missed Rate That Game. So I've got one. Rate That Game. Yeah, we're going to play the IGN review score game. So, Tuna, what's nice about this is no cheating, because you're not going to have to send anything to me on your phone. You're just going to write the score on the Magna Doodle, add up all the scores at the end.
I mean, who cheats?
Well, I think the implication there was Tom, probably. Right? Or you.
Wow.
Someone's cheating. Someone's cheating. That's all I'm saying. I don't know who. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Hand check.
What are you handing?
Whoa. Where's the other one? All right. Okay.
I mean, Tom doesn't have his hands up.
Do you know about this from anime conventions?
Anime conventions?
No.
Hand checks. So if you go to like an anime convention, sometimes at anime conventions they will have like screenings of things like that are like hentai. And in those screening rooms, they will do a hand check to make sure that people aren't jerking it to the hentai, to the sexy anime ladies.
Jeez.
Yeah. So just performing a hand check, make sure no one's cheating. All right. So guys, we just talked about 6 monkeys here for 6 weeks straight. I've got 5 monkey-based games for you. 5 monkey, 5. Well, we'll call it the monkey family, because I think they're actually mostly apes. I think only one of these is actually a monkey. The rest of them are apes. Some have monkeys and apes. But we're gonna kick it off with an Ape Escape. I'm looking for the IGN review score for Ape Escape, the original release from 1999. Available on things like PlayStation, later available on PlayStation PSP. They did a re-release on PS3. I think you might even be able to play it on PS5 or something like that. I don't know. Probably through backwards compatibility, not entirely sure. These are 10 scores of 10 with a single decimal point. So they can be, like an 8.5, a 7.2, a 9.1, etc.
Okay, I have my number.
Okay. Alex, we're just waiting on you.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, reveal your scores.
I put
And say them.
8.2.
8.5.
Ooh, 8.5.
Ooh. All right. Tom, why is it so hard for you to hold that up?
I was trying to get it in frame, and then I realized I kept having to going more and more down, but I also want to be heard
Yeah,
through
you should
the
probably hold it with
microphone.
your right hand. That seemed like that was easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 8.2 and Tuna, you had 8.5?
Yeah.
How did we used to do it when you got it exactly?
It was double.
No, you lost like points.
You lost 0.5, didn't you?
Yeah, you
Wasn't
lost
that it?
0.5. Yes, that's what it
Yeah.
was. Okay,
Yeah.
well, Tuna, you are a
Oh,
negative
fucking
0.5 because it is exactly 8.5. Tom is only 0.3 away, so it's still anyone's game. There are 4 more Monkey 8-based games to talk about. Let's go to Star Fox 64. Do a barrel roll. Star Fox 64 features the one and the only ape himself, the great ape, Andross.
Oh, everyone's favorite ape, one of the probably the most popular character from the Star Fox series, not fucking number 12 in a list of popular characters. Anyway, what is it? Star Fox 64.
Well, I mean, he is the
64?
main villain, Tom.
I haven't played Star Fox.
He's the
Star
end
Fox
boss.
64?
He is like the main guy. Yeah, Star Fox 64. Which is interesting because this is, IGN. This was a N64 website. It was IGN 64 before it was.
True. All right, I have mine.
I'm good.
Show him if you got him.
I'm going with a flat 9. No fucking way.
Whoa!
We both went with 9.0.
9.0. This is the kind of thing Mag Noodles are actually really good for. I'm sorry to say that you're both off
Way
by the same amount.
Well,
Putting Tom at a 0.8 and Tuna at a 0.0 because it is once again 8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
Now what are we doing?
Man, they gave it an 8. They gave that game an 8.5.
What are we doing?
Little tricksy. Well, Tuna,
Wow.
the game had some performance issues.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Are we doing an 8.5 thing where it's all 8.5s? Is this a mind fuck?
We're not playing What Are We Thinking? I'll be honest with you. I didn't remember what the scores were. I just have all the tabs open and I just picked the next tab. So speaking of which, Super Monkey Ball.
Right.
Super Monkey Ball.
The original
for the Nintendo GameCube, published by Sega, released in 2001. This was written by Tom. Do you recognize this name? Matt Casamassina. He was big IGN name back in the day. I think he went to work for Nintendo. Can't remember exactly.
No, I'm not familiar.
This is an old name I recognize. This is for all the old heads out there.
You got it, Tunes?
Yeah.
All right. I went with an 8.8.
I went with an 8.
Flat.
I appreciate Tuna wrote ATE for 8. Tom, you have some work to do to catch up. You're going to need to hit one of these on the head. Fuck. This was 8.3, putting Tuna at 0.3 and Tom at 1.2. So there is still luckily 2 games left, Tom. So anything can happen here.
Luckily.
Rampage, Total Destruction.
Fuck. Wait, which one is this?
This is for the Nintendo Wii.
One? Oh, no.
The GameCube.
Oh, for the Wii. Okay.
And the PlayStation 2.
Oh, this is the PS2 one.
So this is a newer version
What's my
of
score?
Rampage. You have 0.3, Tom has 1.2. So you're winning by 0.8 currently. So this is kind of like a remake of the What's wrong? What's wrong here, Tuna?
Shouldn't I be way ahead at 0.8?
You got 0.8 on Tom. Well, you've done 3 games.
We got the exact distance once. You got negative. Yeah. We were well. No, I mean, what is separating us? 0.8? Because I was 3 and you were -5, and then we got the same, and then I was 5 off and you were 3 off. Oh no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. 5 and 3. Yeah, all right. Fine. Does it make sense?
It does.
It does. It does. Okay, whatever. Let's move on.
Tom was off by 0.2, 0.5, and 0.5, so he's at 1.2. You were off by -5, -0.5, and then 0.5, putting you at 0, and then 0.3.
Okay.
So you have 0.3 and he has 1.2.
What is this game?
Do you know the video game Rampage, where you can play as a giant monster ape like King Kong and a giant lizard,
Yeah.
and you go and so this is sort of a new. They kind of like ported it to the GameCube and to the Wii and to the PlayStation 2. It was released in 2006 as plays one of several giant monsters annihilate cities. It's not 3D. It is still like the old style. This is very much like a port. It was published by Midway.
Midway, the people that do the don't they do the racing game?
I mean, they did what, San Francisco Rush? Is that what you're thinking of? I don't. Is
so.
Midway even around anymore, Tom?
No.
They were purchased at some point, or they shuttered?
Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they made great games like Army Men Sarge's Heroes back in the day. They published some of those.
Anyway, I have my number.
This is a port of Rampage.
Ooh,
Total
that was
Destruction.
cool.
What was cool?
Nothing. Rampage Total Destruction.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
All right,
Ready?
Tuna, what we got?
7.
Ooh. Roman numerals.
I went with a 6.9.
Oh, so close to each other, Tom. You needed a.
I know.
A better bet than that. You needed a better bet than that. He keeps posting right up on you. I'm sorry to say that, Tuna, you are now 2.3 away, and Tom is 3.1 away because you guys guessed pretty close, but it was a 5.0 for this game. Shit port. This is what you call a shit port.
5.0.
Finally, and Tom, you nailed this on the head, and Alex doesn't get close enough. There's 1.1 away. 1.1 away here. Anything could happen. Donkey Kong. We're going to Donkey Kong. He's had a lot of great games out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with.
Which one are you talking about?
I don't know if you're familiar with Donkey Konga.
Oh.
I don't know if you're familiar with that great game where you play with the congas, but after they released Donkey Konga, they were like, all right, we're going to make a Donkey Kong Country style game that you control with the bongos. And that's the game that we're talking about. So this game, you play with the Donkey Kong bongos, but it's Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. We're talking about Donkey Kong. Did you ever play this, Tuna?
Never even heard of it.
Oh, I had it. It came out December 16th, 2004. Man, they got to figure out how to get this on the Switch. Let me just use the Joy-Cons because it's stupid. I mean,
Oh, so it's stupid.
Both. I mean, I like a lot of games that you think are garbage, Alex. You can't really know. But you control Donkey Kong with, and you have to. I think there were only a couple of ways to control too. I think it was like there's two bongos, there's left and there's right. And it was like maybe the speed at which you hit them. You could also hit them at the same time, and it had a microphone, so you could clap. I think that was it. I think there were only 4 inputs, so I don't even remember entirely how the hell it worked. But it says grab a set of DK bongo controllers and use them to guide Donkey Kong through wild environments brimming with ravenous enemies and challenging obstacles.
Yeah.
All right, I have mine.
Sorry. Trying to think of something.
He's thinking hard, Tom.
I don't know why he's really my life.
He doesn't know what the game is. He doesn't even know what this game is.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So thinking about it isn't really actually doing anything. He's weighing up how much you calling it a stupid game should factor into his decision.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Look at him. He's fucking... It's like we just asked him to do some fucking calculus.
You plus me equals us.
All right, I'm ready. Are you fucking ready to score a game that you've never fucking played? How are you doing math?
This is Tom. This is where I'm like, no, hand check.
And you have no context for what I've written.
Well, I was trying to do something clever. This is really stupid.
I want to see. I hope there's a drawing of bongos here.
That was your first mistake.
I hope
that was your
bongos.
fucking first mistake. What does that say? S plus heaven heaver?
Street heaven minus H.
S plus heaver minus
7.
H.
7.
Yeah.
7.
Oh my god.
But it actually says Seven. Because he only took away the H and not the A. So it says S plus heaven minus H. So
7.
It's Seven. So it's
no, it's not Seven. It's 7.
All
it's
right,
7.
Alex guessing 7. And Tom, what'd you go with?
I went with a 4.1.
Wow.
Oh, Tom, this was your opportunity to win, and it has slipped through your fingers because the score was an 8.8.
No.
What? What was the name of this game?
8.8. Meaning Tuna.
What was the name of this game?
1.8. I've got the trailer right here. I'm going to play it for us right now.
Oh, okay.
Once you told me you didn't know what this was, I was like, all right, well, we got to watch this trailer.
Yeah.
Tuna, you win with a grand score of, you're off by 1.8, 2, 3, 1, 2,
How did
4.1? You won with 4.1, and Tom, it really just slipped through your fingers down there at the end. You ended up with about 9 points, unfortunately. Sorry to say. But hey, we haven't played that one in a while. It's a good one. Rate That Game. It's back by popular demand. Here we go. Donkey Kong. Here's the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat GameCube trailer. You got to see this shit. Oh, man. This is great. I don't know if I shared sound.
Oh my god, it looks like shit.
Well, it was the GameCube, Alex.
That is insane.
Yeah, so you hit right, I think, to go right, hit left, maybe, or you have to like drum to the beat. It's honestly hard to even remember.
This got an 8. Look at the guy playing.
He's like,
that was
insane.
Like, kill me. That was insane.
Me. And I got an 8.8, huh?
So I
don't trust IGN as far as you can throw them.
I worked at GameStop for like 6 months. Maybe like 8 months. In like 2006, 7, I don't know. And when I was there, I bought like the Donkey Konga games and the bongos, because at that point I was able to get each one for like $1 because they were taking up so much room. They were like, we have to get rid of these. So I bought them and I played the fuck out of this game. It was stupid. It was bad, but it was also, it's so much fun because it's just one of those things that like, you know, you're doing a dumb thing. And so you're enjoying yourself anyway, because you just feel so silly while you're doing it. It is such a Nintendo ass video game, you know, when you think about it that way. It's just like no other company is going to get you to sit there and make yourself look like an absolute idiot. And also Donkey Konga, like, just leave it to Nintendo to be like, yes, Rock Band, Guitar Hero. I see what you're doing. We're going to put out Donkey Konga. You're going to play bongos to music.
This was in 2004, so it was even preceding that trailer. Let's see. Donkey
Well, I think Guitar Hero would have been out. It was preceding Rock Band,
though. What's the name of it? Jungle Beat?
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Guitar Hero was 2005. Wow.
Yeah. It came out after I had moved here.
Wow.
And so, I
guess because I played it later, I just assumed it'd come out. Wow, in 2003 was Donkey Konga. So Donkey Konga beat Rock Band to the punch, and then someone played Rock Band and was like, guys, someone played Donkey Konga and was like, guys, I have an idea.
Let's make this a guitar game.
Yeah, let's just make this a guitar. Oh my God.
I
never realized that.
There you go.
I always thought that this was Nintendo's answer.
No,
Nintendo's
answer to Guitar Hero was Wii Music, and it had one of the most embarrassing E3 demo stage.
I remember that.
That is, if you Google embarrassing moments at E3, you've got that. You've got the guy who Mr. Wonderful or whatever. Oh God, the dude drumming in Wii Music is so fucking funny.
Also, remember Star Wars Connect?
Sure.
Star Wars Connect. So Tuna and I played some Walkabout Minigolf earlier.
Mm.
Now, I am probably not going to be using my PSVR 2 as much because the area in front of my couch between my TV is now
has been
baby jail.
overtaken.
Yeah.
Baby jail, sure.
So there's nowhere to walk there. Now there's space behind my couch and in the kitchen where I can play. So I'm back on the Quest. There's one problem with the Quest though. Well, there's two problems with the Quest. One, it's made by Meta. Number two is
Sure.
it's got a battery in it, man.
It's
got a battery. I will say, like, I do love the pancake lenses on this. Like, just being able to, like, man, the OLED on the PlayStation is better, and the larger field of view is nice. But being able to actually focus anywhere, like not having to look in the sweet spot and turn my head with this, like being able to just anywhere I look on the screen is in focus is great. But the battery life's a problem. So I found there is I think we've talked about the globular cluster before for the PlayStation 2.
You know, we have talked about the globular cluster.
Did you ever get it, Tom? It's
no,
great.
I did not.
It's
I did
great.
not get the globular cluster.
I wonder if you could like print something like that yourself, Tom.
Probably.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have the padding that you would need. You could always figure that out. So there's a company that does a similar thing called Bobo VR, which sounds like the most fake Amazon company. You're right, but it's not. It looks great. It has a very similar back, like the way like it grips on. It has like the little honeycomb padding. But here's the really brilliant thing: is it's got a battery pack on the back that connects to the front. It's also got an integrated fan in the front to help keep you cool. Now, there are other, like, you could buy battery packs and, like, strap them on and attach them. But the brilliant thing with this is there's no buttons required. It just attaches with a magnet. So you can just hot swap these batteries. And it's plugged right into the headset. The battery that it comes with is actually slightly bigger than the battery that's in the headset. It's good because it actually, even though it makes it heavier, it counterbalances the weight because now the back is as heavy as like, well, not quite, but it's closer weight to the front. So it's not just pulling down over the front of my head. But I was able to play with Tuna today. And when we played the other day for like an hour, my battery, I got like a low battery warning after like an hour of gameplay. I mean, when I did it today, I only got through like 50% of the backup battery. Like I didn't even enter the actual main headset's battery. So I should be able to get a good 3+ hours, no problem, like with full brightness. I burn the battery faster on my Quest because there's this thing you can use called the Quest Games Optimizer. So you can run games at like higher resolutions or frame rate. So I'm actually running Walkabout Minigolf at a higher frame rate and a slightly higher resolution. So it actually looks sharper than it does on the PlayStation, which people complain about. And I sort of agree. The game doesn't run at like, it can run at a way higher resolution. They keep it the same, I think, across all platforms for some reason. I guess it's probably just easier on their end, but I don't know. If it's on PS5,
it might just also be a case of like just what it was when they started development, and maybe.
But that's what I'm thinking is like they're just like, we're not going to put resources into like, and it looks great. Like it does, but like it looks crispier. It's nice.
Nice and crispy.
But yeah, if you are a Quest headset user and you run, I would highly recommend the Bobo VR. I mean, the hot swap capability of this. If I need it, I'll just get another battery pack because then I can just pop it off. Like it's so easy to do the magnet switch that like you could just keep the headset on, have the other one in your pocket, and you could just swap them out if you needed. I don't think I'll ever be in a position where I'm playing more than 3 or 4 hours straight and need that at that point without having to take it off or take a break. Unless we do a Walkabout Minigolf marathon stream, right? Where we play all of the courses.
You're gonna need to be hot swapping.
We really got to talk about this. We've got to talk about this. We got to also figure out plans because I was thinking about what if we did like a Mario party. Oh, what if we did a Mario Party Power Hour?
Mario Party Power Hour?
Yeah, what if we played Mario Party for during our power? I don't know. I feel like we gotta, Tom, we gotta judge it up. Figure out something. But I'm into that. I'm into the Walkabout stream. I played a new game this week. I've been playing Neo Memories in Orbit. It's a
Okay.
Metroidvania. It's a Hollow Knight like, I guess you could say. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging this a lot more than I digged Hollow Knight. I tried to start Hollow Knight a couple times. I mostly have said like I haven't even touched it, but the truth is like every time I've thought about touching it or went to start it, I'm not in the mood for a game that is that hard and that long. This game is about 10 to 15 hours. You know? Yeah, that's what she said. Hey.
10 to 15 hours, right? As opposed to like 100.
Right, and that's
Yeah.
my problem, man. Is like I'm gonna do it one day. I don't know when that's gonna be. Like I gotta be honest with myself, man. I may have bought that game prematurely and just I feel like
It
I'll
was the
force
hot
myself
thing.
to
It
play it
was
at some point,
the. It
but
was the. It was the game of the moment.
it was. And I was playing
Big-
other stuff, and then that was it. Like, you
Yeah,
know.
it came out at a busy time. It was a game that I would have
I also didn't
had
think
all the intentions to give it a fair shake, but it just so many other things came out.
It was Pokemon did me in, I think. Because that was a game that I didn't expect to be. Because Arceus I've kind of bounced off of, but Legend ZA, I 100% that game. I didn't see that coming. I put so much more time into that game than I thought. And then it's like, well, once you do that, and then I was like, oh, Expedition. It's like, I'm not going to play Hollow Knight. I got to play indie games right now. Tell me what you think about this. Xbox had a showcase today, showed off a bunch of games. Some of them look great, sure. I'm pretty annoyed with basically every major games publisher for being like kind of garbage piece of shit companies.
Sure.
Kind of how I also feel about most of the production companies right now too. You know, I'm at the point where I'm like, people just start using like Pirate Bay again. Like no one uses Pirate Bay. There are other things you can do. There's things called like streaming internet boxes that you just allow you to get these apps.
Those pesky boxes that you.
There are things you can do now that are very easy if you don't know how to sail the high seas anymore.
If you don't know how to sail the high seas.
But I'm just like, I'm at the point where it's like
science.
if you're a
The
company
dark
in
web.
games, if you're a company in games or TV or movies, and you're like, we're gonna use generative AI, I'm like, well, if you're gonna steal to make your stuff, then I think everyone else should just steal your stuff. That's sort of how I feel about it right now. So it's hard for me to get excited for anything from Microsoft or any of the big publishers, as much as like I kind of want to. So right now, I think I'm going to try and play a lot of indies going forward for at least a little while, outside of like some big stuff that like I know I'm like, I'm going to play it. But I'm mostly going to focus on indies because I also kind of want to play games right now that are, you know, 10 hours, 15 hours, like max. Like I want to play less than 20-hour games because I've just played, I think, too many 20 to 40-hour games in a row that I put even more hours in than that. So it's, you know, I'm looking for, you got hot indies, you got hot indie tips, send them my way. Let me know. Drop it in the chat, drop it in the Discord, because that's what I want. I also really want Tuna to get a Steam Deck because I want to play some of these friend slot games like Peak and stuff, Tom. But you know, Tuna doesn't have access to PC games, so he's a lot of PC games we could all be playing once Tuna has Steam Deck. So, what are you doing, Tom?
Very true. I haven't been playing much because I've actually been catching up on comic book reading. It kind of was the one thing that got pushed to the back burner with the house. Like, so just I was consistently reading, and then that threw my schedule off. And then when we moved, and also my comic book shop was a walk away before, and I wanted to keep business with them. So I was like, I'm not going to get my I'm not going to tell you to not pull comics from me anymore. I'm going to make the time. But it meant that I had to basically go buy $200 worth of comics. It was a fat stack because I hadn't been in months and months. So my free time I've been spending catching up on that. In terms of what I am reading the Ultimate line at Marvel. I am reading the Absolute line at DC. So the Ultimate line is a revamp of the Ultimate Universe. So catch you up on what happened. They initially had the Ultimate Universe at the beginning of the 2000s because they were like, let's do modern takes on all of everyone's favorite characters. And they were incredibly popular comics. And they started off with Spidey and X-Men, and then eventually added the Ultimates, which are the name of the Avengers in the Ultimate Universe, Fantastic Four. And Reed Richards is a villain in the Ultimate Universe. He actually becomes a villain called the Maker, and that's how this new Ultimate Universe came about, because after they killed
he made it.
Yes, he made it. Although he was called the Maker before he made that universe. But basically, Secret Wars, which the movie, this is the 2015 Hickman run, which the movie will borrow heavily from, was all about the incursions, which they tease in Doctor Strange, and basically
the Marvels, I think. Maybe actually, and Spider-Man. Basically, all the multiverse
movies. It'll come back around in these Doomsday and Secret Wars films, but basically, universes are colliding, and the last two universes in the entire multiverse are the regular Marvel 616 universe and the Ultimate Universe, and they collide, and so they're eventually reborn. I don't want to say, just because I think you should read the comics, but also maybe this is how they'll do it in the movie. But eventually they reboot everything, and there is no Ultimate Universe. It's just 616, and characters like Miles Morales and the Maker are in the regular Marvel universe. But basically, a couple of years ago, they hired Hickman, who again wrote that Secret War storyline, to reboot the Ultimate line. And basically, the Maker creates a new reality in which basically he is king, and there are no superheroes, or superheroes at least are under his control, and he like runs it in like an Illuminati style global world order. And basically, yeah, they're like, Peter Parker never gets bitten by the radioactive spider. Banner isn't a gamma radiation thing, but he ends up working for the Maker. And basically, it's a line about resistance to authority, because the Ultimates are the terrorists who are trying to, create disorder and all of this. And that theme is kind of carried through all of the books, of like them standing up to the Maker and his kind of his council, as it's called, each one kind of running different parts of the world, and it's set in different parts of the world. So the X-Men book is set in Japan. There's a Wolverine comic that's set in Russia. The Spidey one, obviously, in New York. There's a Black Panther one, covering all of Africa, and how the different factions work. It's fantastic. I am so surprised at how like anti-authoritarian, anti-fascist it is, how pro-communist it is. You've literally got like Iron Man teaching people how to build Molotov cocktails. It just feels like one of those things that Fox would have a rant about, So anyway, that line is great. And then on the DC side, basically the absolute books.
By the way, is like traditionally been the kind of shit that's been in comics forever.
Oh, certainly, yes. This is just
comics have always been anti-establishment.
Sure, and it is tying into the origins of the original line of Marvel Comics, which was obviously Captain America, and in fact, there is the Ultimate Human Torch, which is the original Human Torch, which is actually an android.
Chris Evans. Oh, really?
Yeah. In the original Marvel Comics, one of the very first characters that was introduced. So it was like Cap, it was Namor was one of the original ones too, and the Human Torch, but not Johnny Storm, a character called Jim Hammond, who is actually an android. And that is the original Human Torch. The Human Torch that is introduced in the Fantastic Four in the 60s was actually the second Human Torch, which is a fun little fact for you.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that movie. I've heard it's like good.
It's good.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's solid. There's some good, really good stuff in it, I think, too. Like it's middling. 50% is like fine to good, and then there's like 25% that is like really good to really good stuff. Like I thought when they meet Galactus was so well done. I thought that scene was honestly one of my favorite scenes in all of the MCU.
is kind of what most Marvel movies were anyway. Most Marvel were
Yeah.
good. You know, there were standout movies, but most of them were
until we got into an Endgame and all.
Yeah.
It was like the end
when it
was
all
kind of
came
like
together.
When it all kind of came together, that
which had never
it
happened
just
before.
threw it into the stratosphere. Yeah, but those. Phase 2
I'm apprehensively
is a
excited
messy phase of
for the
films.
Avengers stuff because the best stuff is when they're all there, and ultimately, like, I want to see Chris Evans and I want to see Robert Downey Jr. again, but also I like the fact that they're just like, this is the end. Like, we're finishing it. Like, when this is done, like, clearly everything's going to be reset.
It'll be a clear reboot, and it'll.
It's
and
like
that's the
end
thing.
It. That's fine. And end it with the people I want to see.
If they adapt that Secret War storyline from the mid 2010s, and they do it successfully, you have a fantastic pair of films on your hands, and you have a really satisfying conclusion that makes a reboot feel earned rather than just like, fuck it, we have to kind of reboot. Like, there will be clear justifications and reasons, and like, it will be satisfying if they successfully adapt that story. Just adapt those books. Don't touch the 80s ones that were originally made just to sell toys. That's the thing about the original Secret Wars book. It was one of the very first comic book crossovers, and it was the brainchild of Mattel, because Mattel wanted Marvel to sell. They wanted to sell more Marvel action figures, so they pitched a comic that was like, what if we had all of the heroes just fight each other so that kids will buy the toys and fight with the toys. And that's why Secret Wars 1 exists, and it's not a story. There's no story in that original Secret Wars.
It's just a brawl.
It's literally just, what if one dude called the Beyonder put all the heroes on a planet and made them fight? Whereas the Hickman Secret Wars in 2010 is one of the most incredible crossover events in all of comic book history. Anyway, on the flip, absolute DC. It is the ultimate. It is their version of the Ultimate Universe. But man, doing crazy shit, really subverting characters, really leaning into those origin stories, like everything to do with, in many ways, a lot of the same stuff in the Ultimate Universe, but I think done a little bit more. It pushes things a bit deeper. Specifically with Superman, I think Absolute Superman is incredible, and it really, really confronts the idea of, an immigrant being kind of the all-powerful hero.
Sure.
Batman, it's all good. That's enjoyed. Now that's a fun one. That's a really fun one.
I should watch that.
So I've been catching up on those. I'm almost caught up, but it's been a lot of reading that. And then I did watch The Bone Temple, the second 28 years later film.
Wait, the second one's out? Did they just make them all at the same time?
They shot the first two back to back, and while the second part hasn't been done as well as part one at the box office, they are pretty much confirmed for a third film because they don't cost that much to make, and the third one will be bringing Cillian Murphy back.
Cool.
And so they shot them back to back. This one is Nia DaCosta, who recently did Hamnet. She did The Marvels.
Oh, I hear that's great.
Yeah, so she's it's been two back-to-back bangs for her because this was fantastic. I think both 28 Years Later was a really good kind of bringing you back into this world, and this one is a really focused story on a specific kind of situation. And I would say this is the one that features like the least amount of, I mean, it's horrific. There's some really extreme moments in this that made me kind of, they push things in these moments pretty far. But in terms of like zombies and stuff, like it's more on this Jimmy Crystal character, which is Jack O'Connell, who was in Sinners. You get a lot more with Ray Fiennes' character, who's this doctor, who's been living and kind of trying to learn more about the zombies. And then there's this character of Samson, because in 28 Years Later, they introduced the idea of the zombies have evolved over the 28 years, and Samson is this alpha. He is the dominant one of the pack, and like shows more signs of intelligence, is much stronger than...
Is the one that's rocking dong?
Oh, big dong, massive dong. And that character, like that is that the
I
where
saw
it
like
was
an
kind
article
of a
headline. It was like all those. It was something like all the dicks in 28 years later
there
are
are dicks. Ray
prosthetic.
Fiennes' dick is in there as well.
But they're
Um,
apparently they're all prosthetic though.
I think Ray Fiennes was regular. I think the one on the zombie is fake. I mean,
Okay.
he's hanging dong most of the time, so I
The
wouldn't be
article
surprised
said
if it
that.
was artificial.
I mean, maybe yeah, it might be. It. I think it had to do with the fact that they said there were children on the set, so they
Oh,
had to use
sure,
prosthetics.
sure.
Which I think is like a weird.
Yeah, it's like, is
There's
it
a
really?
weird.
It
It's a
doesn't
weird. It's
really.
like, well, it's not a real dick.
Yeah, but it looks
It
just
looks
like
like
it,
a
and in
real
fact,
dick.
it's much bigger. You know, like it's gonna make. Anyway, so it's really fun as well. Like it
What a
really
weird
leans
job having to put the fake dick prosthetic on.
right. It's also a really fun movie. It really leans into the humor of the franchise.
Oh yeah, that's what I think of with zombies. It's hilarity.
It's the movie really explores an interesting theme of perception versus reality. You have, you know, the Jack O'Connell, Jimmy Crystal character like believes literally like the zombie is a demon sent from hell, and that he is the spawn of Satan. And
What if I changed one word from what you just said? Imagine this movie, right? It was Jack
Okay.
O'Connell. Is that what you said?
Sure, yeah.
Jack O'Connell, Billy Crystal character.
Billy Crystal, sure. He does play a Scottish character, so it's actually not too far off.
There we go.
And there, honestly, a lot of his humor, it's not an apt thing to say. But no, it's done to really great effect. The kind of dichotomy of the humor and the horror, the idea of what you perceive to be true and what is actually true is explored between not only the characters but obviously the events that happen in the film as well.
I kind of feel
very,
like
very good.
I deal with that on the daily already, just
Sure.
constantly. Like I feel like our lives are inundated with what people perceive to be true.
Sure.
So you know, I could see why that is prescient today for this
Yeah.
film.
Yeah. No, one. It's
Yeah.
it's very well authored. So yeah, very much enjoyed that as well.
We got some gaming news. There were some trailers today. Tuna, just check out those trailers I sent you.
I did.
Okay, great. Before we talk about that really quick, I got two things. Number one, so I've been growing my hair out, playing dodgeball last night. It's falling in front of my face the whole time. I got to get some kind of headband thing. So what I was thinking was,
oh my god,
Survivor buff.
oh boy,
What season should I get?
the newest one.
What?
What do you
Oh,
mean?
I don't know if 50 is out. I don't think there's a season 50 buff I could get yet. Also, what does it look like?
Mm.
I mean,
I thought
wouldn't
about
you just get the OG season.
Yeah, you get the OG, I guess.
Maybe I was thinking about maybe
They all
Heroes
look the
versus
same.
Villains or David Goliath. The colors are vastly different.
Yeah, but so just get a color you like.
They also have different patterns on them because the Heroes versus Villain one has like skulls all over and it's black. So I thought that was pretty good. The Survivor 50 colors are not it. Oh, the cyan and orange and green is not bad.
Yeah, then I would just get a color you like rather than a season you like. Because
That's
the
fair.
season you like could be like, well, this is crap.
Okay. Well, what season would you? I guess my question for you is, if you had to rep a season, I guess you would just go for.
I
one.
liked maybe yeah. I mean, like my favorite seasons have been the ones that Boston Rob has been on, Tony's been on.
Yep.
Winners of Winners or Chicken Dinners.
Yeah, Chicken Dinner, Winner, whatever.
Dude, I thought about Winners at War, but I did not like the color scheme on Winners at War. So that was the one where I was like,
Why?
the Winners at War.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what we mean. Just get a good color.
Yeah. Okay.
Just get a color you like. I mean, are you expecting conversations out of this piece?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could talk about which season you would want.
That's the problem. That might be the issue.
Well, clearly,
if you don't want, if you just go with color and you go,
well, I think
someone says, "Oh, is that a Survivor buff?" and they go, "Oh yeah," and you'd be like, and they're like, "Oh, what season?" I mean, who's asking that? But if someone asks, "Oh, what season is that bus from?" You're gonna sound like an ass and be like, "Oh, I just picked it for the color."
Maybe. Or what if they're like, oh, is that Heroes versus Villains? Is that Kagayan?
There's no way.
David
There's
Goliath?
no way that is even getting.
Is it Kagayan?
I'll tell you right now. When I suggested this to my friend Aileen, who's on my team, she was like, "What season are you gonna get?" She specifically was like, "I think I would get Kagayan."
No, I feel like she was just like, you mentioned this to her, and she was like, how do I make this into a conversation?
She's obsessed with it.
What season.
I'm helping her make her application video to go on Survivor.
All right.
I think she would actually like. I think she would possibly get cast. I think she has like a good. She seems like she would fit in well on Survivor. I also think she could probably go pretty far if she could make it to merge. Is the thing. That's always the tough thing. Is can you make it to the merge?
Can you make it to the merge?
Okay. Second thing, I got to order cookies from Girl Scouts cookies. What cookies?
No,
should I be getting? So I got to get 4 boxes because there's a minimum of 4 boxes.
The mint one.
Okay, so I want
thin mints.
Thin mints. I got thin mints on lock, and I got trefoils on lock.
People like the peanut butter one, don't they?
The peanut butter patties or the peanut butter sandwich.
I got to be honest with you, man. I don't know.
So there's a new one. There's a new one. Explore more.
Explore more.
Rocky Road ice cream inspired cookies filled with flavors of chocolate, marshmallow, toasted almond cream. Kind of looks like an Oreo, but it's got like a chocolate cookie, but it seems like it's chocolate on chocolate. It's kind of hard to tell.
I mean, my favorite is and has always been trefoil.
Trefoils are on lock. I mean, they are very good. They're kind of boring in a way. Like I feel like it's not.
No.
Well, no, I mean, I look, shortbread cookie is where it's at. I fully agree. Maybe I'll get these. They have this one too, Adventurefuls, which I don't think I've ever eaten this, but it's like a brownie inspired cookie.
Okay.
Sea salt and caramel flavored cream. Maybe I just double up on thin mints and trefoils. Is your kid gonna do the brownies? She gonna go be a Girl Scout dinner?
No, she's
a
gonna
brownie.
Do brownies.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, report back. All right, we're gonna talk about the news. Tom, what do we got going on?
Let's hit it
in the world of games.
So before we get to the Xbox stuff, there was some other news that happened before that. So we have a release date for Marathon, the game from Bungie, which has actually became the 5th most purchased game, I guess, when it opened up for pre-orders on Steam the other day. So
what is the benefit of the pre-order?
Oh, I'm sure you get a trinket or something.
Oh, I thought maybe you would have just known.
No. Yeah,
I'm more likely to play High Guard next week than I am to play Marathon because High Guard is free to play.
I don't know the next time I'm ever gonna.
It is.
I guess it is.
You know the next time I'm
ever gonna pre-order anything unless it comes with a pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, it's coming out. It's coming out March 5th, 2026. So we'll see where the chips lie. It's funny because initially I thought that like maybe because Arc Raiders was so successful that Marathon was even more doomed, but maybe it'll be this thing where that game clearly got a bunch of new players into the extraction shooter genre, and maybe they will be looking for the next thing. So maybe it will actually benefit from the success of Arc Raiders. We shall see. Ubisoft shit the bed in such spectacular fashion. It's actually kind of insane. So Ubisoft has hit hard times yet again. Oh my
God, I was so mad about this, Tom, when I heard this yesterday that I forgot about it. Go on.
So Ubisoft is doing a massive restructure, reset. They've got these 5 creative houses that are meant to kind of package a bunch of franchises together and be like, here's our open world games, here's our fun family games, here's our live service bracket or whatever. It's they're just trying to do whatever they can, and it doesn't make any sense. But so alongside with this, there are going to be layoffs. 2 studios were closed, in fact, which is crazy because Ubisoft used to be the one studio that never had layoffs, and the industry has gotten so bad that even this company that has survived and weathered multiple dips in the industry have just spectacularly shit the bed. It's unbelievable. 2 studio closures, 7 games delayed, including, even though they didn't confirm it, the heavily rumored Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake. They said that there was a game that was meant to come out by the end of March that's been delayed into the next fiscal year, and all signs point to that being this Black Flag remake. That's been delayed. Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake canceled. That game was shown off in 2020.
It was supposed to be coming out soon.
It was meant to come out. It was meant to come out originally in 2021. It was like Ubisoft Dubai or like another studio in that region that was developing it. It was going so poorly they had to give it to Ubisoft Montreal, which is like the main Ubisoft studio. And then it was meant to come out in January 2021. Then that didn't happen. Then in 2024, they said it's coming out in 2026, and now it's fucking been canceled. It's wild. Apparently, according Ubisoft has since confirmed that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still in development, and they called it a game that remains a priority. And I just want to make it clear for any publisher out there who says that a project remains a priority. And in fact, this is a piece of advice for anyone that is doing anything. If you have something in your life that remains a priority, but you haven't publicly talked about it since 2018, you cannot say that it remains a priority. Because clearly...
Unless this comes out, Tom, and they have like a cyberpunk, like dystopian fucking GTA-ass size game, they fucked up. Because at this point, this needs to be this massive, open world, unbelievable, crazy game. I think this is going to be AI slop. I think we're going to get AI slop.
Sure. Remember when they brought
probably just never gonna come out.
They brought out, what's his name? They brought out Joseph Gordon-Levitt for his hit record, where people could make their own content, and it would be like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yep. He did just sign that thing though with like 1,000 other actors who are like, we won't work with companies that are using like AI.
I don't even think Ubisoft is even utilizing the hit record. I think that
no, they're not. That's out the that's.
I don't even think that shit even exists anymore.
Dude, that shit was shown off with the Xbox One.
It was E3. Like, the last time they fucking talked about this game, E3 was still a major part of the industry.
No, but I think the JDL thing happened with, like, the Xbox One. I think that was, like, 2012. 2013.
Oh, yeah. This is like that's how long it has been since they've talked about this fucking game. It's crazy. Stupid. And it remains a priority. Shove it up your ass.
For a game that's a sequel to a game that not a lot of people ever played.
Dude, like, no one gives a fuck. Oh my god, dude. That's so it drives me up the fucking wall. Anyway, let's get to the we're getting to Xbox, who can also suck my dick, but they showed off some cool games. So they showed off 4 titles, 3 of which had been previously announced, and then a surprise one, which ended up being from Double Fine. But before we get there, Forza Horizon 6 was the first game showed off. It's coming out May 19th on Xbox and PC, but they did confirm that they will launch a PS5 version. Considering that Horizon 5 sold 5 million plus units on PS5, not surprised that they are being like, yep, we're gonna put it on the console that more people have. So it's going to Japan, and it aims to capture the feel of that country.
Put it on the Switch too.
The studio says players can expect I think Horizon 5.
I'll tell you right now, if they put VR in that, I would really consider getting that game on PlayStation. I would consider.
The Gran Turismo 7 has a VR mode. And
it does, but
really
I don't
dig that.
like the driving of racing sims. Whereas Forza has, especially the Horizon series, much more like arcadey ways to race, especially in like the multiplayer modes and stuff that they have. They actually have like really fun racing stuff in those games. I would be way more inclined to do that if I could do it, because they're bringing VR to, and I'm gonna make Tuna get this. Oh, what the fuck? This is back.
Amazing.
The screen. I don't know.
No, not for me.
I'm gonna get balloons. Balloons are gone, I guess. All right. They're bringing VR to Flight Sim 2024 for PlayStation 5. So the PS5 version of Flight Sim is going to be better than the Xbox version. You should be able to play it in VR. And I'm gonna make Alex get it, and we're gonna be flying around. We're gonna
be flying around.
It's gonna be great.
So it's coming to bring to Japan. A new feature of the series they will have these events that are based on Daikoku car meets, where you can basically drive your car into a meet and you can check out other cars and you can download people's paint jobs and designs. And if you see a car that you like, you can purchase it. There are over 550 cars at launch. In previous games, you've had your home base, but in this game, it seems to be a complex that you can build out, which will have a bunch of different features and things you can do. Game looks really cool. I had fun dipping my toes in Forza Horizon 5. Granted, I was an Xbox Game Pass subscriber. It's a lot more to get me to spend $70 on a racing game now that I'm no longer subscribed to it. But I'm sure this game will be very good. In fact, it was my pick it was my first pick for the fantasy league.
Tom, once you picked it when we were doing fantasy draft, I was like, fuck, that should have been my first pick.
Yeah, it's the guaranteed 90 something points game.
Yeah.
The next thing we saw was Beast of Reincarnation. This is from Game Freak, the developers obviously behind Pokémon. And this is a very different looking game. Actually has some fucking aesthetic. It showed down a ton of stuff. It broke down the story.
It also has a budget.
Yes, clearly has a budget as well,
doesn't have
and
the
time
same budget
to develop.
Pokemon.
Apparently, I think they've been working on this for quite a number of years. So I think they've been working on it since even before Scarlet and Violet came out. You play as a character called Emma. It's set in the far future in a post-apocalypse where basically the flora mutated and took over the world. So there are these monsters that are hybrid animal plant creatures. You have this dog called Koo. It's going to be an action RPG. It looks very kind of Devil May Cry. It has some of the Souls-like of there's parries and everything, but it seems to be a much more faster, action heavy.
Tom,
not
it
as
looks
punishing.
Cool. It's not going to get me to play it.
You don't think you're going to play this?
I don't think I'm going to play this.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think there's just we're inundated with video games. There's so many, and this just looks like all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it looked cool. I'll be interested to if it's getting positive reviews. I would be interested to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, if the word on the street is you got to play this game, then I'll reconsider. But right now I'm like,
Well, a game that I think we will probably check out when it comes out.
This looks pretty sick.
Is Kiln, which is
this looks pretty cool.
This is from the
it's so stupid, but I'm into
team at Double Fine. It's funny because they talk about it in the video how they have this thing called Amnesia Fortnight at the company where basically they just stop working once a year. They stop working on whatever they're working on, and they break off into teams. Those teams, each person on that team comes up with an idea for a game, and then that team, each team pitches, and then each team picks which game they're going to do, and then they do a prototype, and they do that in the span of about 2 weeks, but some of those games have gone on to inspire games that they've actually put out, and this is one of them. And in fact, in the Psychonauts 2 documentary, this game is one of the ideas that is shown off during one of the times that they do the Amnesia Fortnite thing.
I never watched that. Is it good? Because I
good.
played that game. In fact, Tuna would that might be available on Game Pass Core. You would really like. I mean, it is just a fucking. It's a GameCube ass like N64 style platforming game. It is linear. You just go from one thing to the next. There's there's collectibles, but not too many collectibles. The platforming is good. The art is like fun and quirky. The story is fun. That was a great game.
It's a really great game.
That was really fun game.
It was up for Game of the Year that year.
Yeah, that's probably on Game Pass Core now that it's a few years old.
I will say the documentary is phenomenal. It is long. It is like 32 episodes, and some of them
no.
Some of them are hours long, but it is so compelling.
I've heard great things about that Mortal Kombat documentary, to the point where I've thought about buying that fucking Mortal Kombat collection just to watch that.
To get it.
Yeah.
It's really long. Some of the episodes are really long, but you can kind of listen to it almost like a podcast, and because I would do it in the background while doing other things, but B, it shows the day-to-day minutia of game development, and it is such a stark, honest look at the industry, and it's crazy to watch them, because it's shot in real time. Like, they do this for every game, is they have a crew on staff that documents the process, and it's just crazy to watch it after the game has come out, and watch them be like footage from like 2015, where they're like, we're finally going to do Psychonauts 2 with an estimated release of 2017. And you know that the game doesn't come out till 2021. And like, so watching them in real time be like, yep, we're concepting it, and like that, and in a couple of years it'll be out, and like watching that progress, watch them bring on a new narrative director who ends up like, you read in the news, like, he eventually gets to like go, and he's causing so many problems, and you see him like walk into the office and get into, on his first day of the job, and like watching it all happen is crazy. It's phenomenal. It's all on YouTube as well, so it's really accessible. It does sound like an investment, but it is if you are fascinated by how games are made, it is worth checking out.
I just wish it was shorter. That God of War documentary was great.
Oh, sure.
Did you watch that, Tuna?
No.
Oh,
it's really good.
What's it called? Do you remember?
Raising Kratos.
Yeah, dude, Alex, you should watch it. Also, what's funny is
it's a sneak peek at Chris's old apartment building complex.
Yeah, because what's his name? Corey
Barlog. Yeah.
He like lived in those complex, because the studio was like across the street from where you've been there. It was so funny. I was like, wait a second. I know that.
and that's a great documentary, but it doesn't, it takes a span of years and years, and obviously condensed it to 2 hours, which makes it obviously very watchable. But the reason the Double Fine thing is like there's nothing else like it is it covers every team. There are recurring characters, multiple recurring people in it, whereas Raising Kratos is kind of through mostly Corey's lens with some other characters. Anyway, Kiln, sorry to get sidetracked there. It is a game where there are two halves. The first half is you use, I guess, digital hands to mold clay on a wheel. You choose your design.
Did you tell your wife about this?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Okay.
We will be playing one of them. Yeah. You
make some boob characters.
You drop it in, and then depending, I guess, on what you make will change how the character operates. And basically these jars and these mugs and whatever you make, bowls, they come to life, and it is a seemingly almost like MOBA mechanics because you're trying to get to the enemy base to destroy it.
Yeah.
Where it is they call it a ceramic brawler, and so you're trying to kind of go up, scoop water, and then put out the enemy's kiln while they're trying to do the same to you, and then all the levels are like these fun designs based on like a lot of like ancient Rome and shit like that. So there you go, another thing. Yeah, you're in. And it's coming out in spring of this year. So usually these are the games that are like, oh, it's just a surprise shadow drop, but this will be coming out in the spring. And then the final game that was shown off was Fable from Playground Games, the developers behind Forza Horizon. With a fall 2026 release date. Whether that holds, we shall see. But they really lean into, I mean, this looked very true. This is what a modern Fable game should look like, right? Like, you know, a kind of a RPG with fun hack and magic mechanics, hack and slash and magic mechanics.
Yeah, I mean, visually it looked great.
I think the gameplay looks good as well. Like, I thought it
seems like fun. There might not be any kind of co-op in this.
Did the previous games have co-op?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that's happening here.
Yeah, which yeah. I only say because it seems like they're simulating so much. They talk about how there's like 1,000 NPCs and they all have their own like things going on. They all have their own like inner workings and story, which I'm just always like, God, like just don't, like everything goes for too much scale. Like you don't actually need that much happening, but you know, hopefully I've just lost all confidence in Microsoft's ability to actually deliver a game that like I just still don't believe it. Like until it comes out and we know it's good, I'm not even gonna believe that thing is gonna be playable. Also, and I understand game's not done, but that trailer, that gameplay they showed off, there were quite a few frame dips I was watching.
Maybe I don't know if that was the style. Or if it was, a performance thing,
because I didn't like it.
Yeah, I
hope that's not a stylistic thing.
I couldn't really tell. Like it might be just how the game runs on Series X. Like if you get it on PC, like. But yeah, I imagine at this point, the Series X is they never did a Pro version of the Series X, and it's been
the Series X is the Pro version, Tom.
It's over 5 years old at this point, which is fucking
Remember how
crazy.
they were originally like going to have a new console out this year? We're not getting new consoles till like 2030 at this fucking rate.
Well,
which by the way, I think is good.
I think someone at PlayStation even said as much of like, do not expect a PlayStation 6 in the next few years. Like,
I think that's good because a few years ago they were saying the opposite.
Right. Yeah, I don't think they can mass produce these things.
They're powerful enough. Just make games for the things we have. We don't need new consoles for a while. It also benefits the Switch too. Also, like, you know, like,
well, that is the thing is like games at the tail end of like games just end up being like performing better on hardware that has been in the market for longer.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I feel no need to need anything better than the PS5 Pro right now. Anyway, as you said, yes, 1,000 NPCs. You can marry them. You can start families with them. Everyone has a unique routine. I agree with you, Chris, where it is a thing of like, oh, I don't need like 1,000 motherfuckers to introduce. But if it brings an overall sense of like a really lived in world and it feels rich, like, sure, I'm not going to talk to all 1,000 NPCs, but if it makes the game feel alive, I think that's what this game really needs to make it something that stands apart from other RPGs. And if it feels like this truly
visually it looks great. Like, I mean, like that city, like everything, like the detail is phenomenal. Right. It just needs to run well because I'm not going to play this fucking game if it doesn't.
But when they talked about its morality system and all of this, I'm like, oh, could you build something that has the kind of consequential depth of a Baldur's Gate 3 with an actual like third-person action RPG built in? Like that speaks to me. So hopefully this delivers. Hopefully this delivers.
I agree.
So there you go. That was Xbox's
Was it?
developer direct.
Am I sharing sound? Yes, I am. All right, we're gonna do a quick mail and then we're gonna get out of here. Email at unrankedpodcast.com. Go to the show notes. Go to questions for the pod, or go to the show notes. Go to the gaming section. If you are playing indies that we haven't talked about, if you're playing anything like that's really fun on Steam or something I should check out, I want to play a lot more indie games. I need more games. I'll probably beat Mio by next week. I'm about a third of the way into it. I'm ready. I just finished the third section. It's a really good game. It's not punishing. It's really like that is a fun game to play.
Satisfying.
It's got just enough difficulty with some of the fights where it's like, oh, I had to do the boss fight like 3 times to beat him. But like
the sweet spot.
When I died, it didn't wipe out everything. It was like I lost a couple of the things that I dropped. Like it was just like some currency. It didn't matter. And they had like opened up a quick path to the boss, so I didn't have to go back through everything. It was like I could get right back to the fight very quickly. Like it's very kind to the player in that way, which is why I think I'm enjoying it and why I'm still like staying away from Hollow Knight. This is a short, fun game that gives me a flavor of that, but it's like fun to explore. So yeah, just tell me, let me know. I want to play more indies, especially
also,
if like, you know,
go into the notes because we are having people drop into the Discord to share some of their favorite moments for the for our 10th anniversary.
We've had quite a few responses in there.
We've gotten some. Thank you everyone so much for sharing their shit already. But if you are listening now and you haven't done so, please join the Discord, drop some of your favorite moments, and we're gonna kind of be going down memory lane for our 10th anniversary.
All right. This voicemail is pretty long, so
I wonder who it's from.
It's 2 minutes.
We got to start putting limits on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say try and keep it between 30 seconds and a minute max. If it's got to be a minute, make it a minute. I might cut it down for the not streamed version, but I will just play it for us now. But I'll probably cut it down. Just 'cause that's also like, by the way, like the voicemail audio is never great. So.
Hey there, Unranked crew. This is Kill Care Bears in the Discord. I'm just listening to episode 514, and right now Alex is complaining about how Traitors is like a bad game, but like it's so fun to watch. And Chris is being like, nah, bro, that's not true. Essentially, the game in Traitors is just random. It's random the whole way through. Even the things that are like to weed out Traitors, where it's like, oh, well, you can go for an advantage instead of money, and then they think, oh, well, the traitor wouldn't go for the advantage because they're already safe. That mind game is so pointless because they just go for it anyway because they think that everyone thinks that it doesn't help anybody. So I don't know. I think that Traitors entertaining for people. I understand that, but the gameplay garbage. I totally agree with that with Alex on that one. So, sorry, hot take over here, but other than that, staying ranked, suck it.
Yeah, I mean, guy makes a compelling case. Totally right, 100%. Traitors it's still a great show though. I still enjoy watching it. The roundtable discussions and the interplay and the conversations that they have in the separate rooms and whatnot are entertaining. It's not like that's not entertaining. It's an extremely entertaining show, but like the games and some of the shit that they say is so dumb. And I agree with him that I really do think, at least in the beginning, it is a very, very luck-driven game. Especially when you end up getting all of the traitors, and then we have to bring in more traitors because the game has to continue.
Well, they never gotten all of the traitors. They always bring in more before they could get all the traitors. They've never gotten down to 1 and eliminated.
Right, but they'll never do. What I'm saying is, but if you get down to 1 traitor, in my view, if you've gotten down to 1 traitor, you've basically won, because they're just gonna turn another person that if you're asked to be turned, you're obviously gonna do it. Otherwise, you're out of the game. And then anyone who is working with you has to catch that shift in you.
Yeah.
And anyway.
So what Alex said originally was that there was no gameplay and no strategy, and that was what I took umbrage with, was because that's ridiculous. It's not that there's
I don't think
none.
it's that ridiculous. It's what Stephen Fry said.
No.
At least
oh my
for
God,
a while,
who cares what Stephen Fry said? Stephen
he's
Fry
a
said a lot of
genius.
stupid stuff. He agreed
No,
with J.K.
the
Rowling
guy-
about
man's
people
a
getting
genius.
canceled being ridiculous. Like
Stephen Fry
Stephen Fry can
a
go fuck
genius.
himself. Here's the thing. You gave an absolute there's no gameplay, and that's what he's agreeing with. And I'm saying that's ridiculous. There's social gameplay. That's what it is. It's a social game. It's not something you're meant to solve. It's not the mole. It's social gameplay. And if you watch this season, they caught a traitor because everyone caught on to someone acting strange. It wasn't something that is tangible to us. It's not tangible to us because we're not in the room with these people, but they kept saying it. And I thought this was just in their head because I didn't think that person was a traitor. And it turned out they were, because they had this whole secret traitor thing going on this season. So they had found that, but there have been specific actual tangible ways to find people through the like murder in plain sight, through like the times where like they had a murder game in a previous season. So it's like check their boots, or the way that they have questioned people coming in the morning. The problem is a lot of these people are dumb and then they screw up their own opportunities. But the beginning of the game, which I agreed with previously and I do agree with now, is primarily luck based. And the smartest thing you can do is just keep your fucking mouth shut at the beginning of this game, because everyone is looking for anything to point the finger at someone else. And you don't want to be the person that is having the finger pointed at you. You also want to be the person pointing the finger, because the second you suggest someone and you get it wrong, now everyone's looking at you. But it's a social based game, and there's a lot of gameplay that's going on there, but it's not the gameplay that you think. That's my point. Is you're thinking about this from the game, like the way you play this game is to find the traitor, and that's not it. The way you play this game is to try and figure out who the traitors are and keep your fucking mouth shut and become friends with them, because the people that always make it to the end are the traitors' best friends, because those are the people that the traitors like, they're never going to vote me out, they're going to get my back. And that's all of the faithful that always make it to the end of the game. And when you're a traitor, the best thing you can do is to not piss the other traitors off, so that they won't point the finger at you when they're inevitably having the finger pointed at them. There is a social game that happens here. Sometimes there are real tangible ways to actually find the traitors, but most of it is all just social engineering. And there's definitely a lot of luck at the start of the game. But my whole point was, Alex said absolutely that there is zero gameplay in this game, and I said that that's ridiculous. That was the only point I made. It's like I still don't know how much gameplay there really sweeping. There's a lot that's my point. I just explained the game. It's just not the game that you want. Here's the thing: is you want a different game, and it's not that. It's not that there isn't gameplay. So many. There are so many.
But there are no clues on who the traitor could be.
That's
all
you
have to do is
what the game is.
Yeah, but then all it is just a guessing game. There's no cues you're going to get except for the way people act.
That's what social deduction is.
Yeah, but not really. But not really
entirely.
In the sense.
That's what it means.
No, that's not what's going on in this show. They have the clues that they try to zero in on are complete and utter BS.
I mean, this game is 50% what every other reality competition series is, which is be in the group of people that is larger, that wants to stick together. Because there are alliances. People get kicked out of the show almost every season because people don't like them, because they're loud or they're obnoxious or they're aggressive. It's happened basically every season to at least one person. And I guarantee it's happening more often also that we don't see to people that are just on the outs. Like, they don't have enough friends in the game. That is a part of this game. So the finger gets pointed at them because there's a group of people. And again, these are things that you're not going to see as much on the show because it's not interesting. It doesn't fit the narrative.
Usually who's ever the loudest just ends up going home. The quiet people get to stay. They end up at the end.
That's only true for a couple episodes, right? Because then everyone starts going. And that happened this season, by the way. The person that probably is going out in the next episode, unless something comes out of left field, is the guy who everyone has pointed their finger at and is like, you don't say a lot. And that's the thing they keep saying to this person is, you don't talk. I try and get to know you. I don't talk. Like, that's who's going home. So
but he has talked. The guy you're talking about has talked and did make
at the round
really
table,
bad play.
But not
but that's it. He made a really bad play, so he doesn't want to say too much.
It's not.
It's.
I think he's actually had a pretty
fun
poor
to
game,
see the way people think that they're game playing, but they're not. They're not really.
Sure.
They think they're playing the game. They think they're honing in on stuff. They're getting clues. They're getting all this.
Of course,
stuff.
Yes, that's dumb. That's not how you play this game.
The
That's
luckiest
not
thing
how
you
you
could
play
do
this
is
game.
chime in at the round table every once in a while, put in a little bit, agree with people, and then just kind of retreat back into
But what you're talking about right now is a strategy. And if you're saying that there's a strategy, then that means there is gameplay.
But there's
to
not
have a
that
strategy
much
means that
gameplay.
there's no luck. If you're
There's
suggesting that there's a
most of it is
strategy
luck.
to use
But
in the
if
Traitors,
somebody,
then you're
but if,
admitting that there is
but if no, but if
gameplay.
somebody wants
That's my
to
point.
zero in on you doing that, then you're fucked. There's no getting that inception seed out of someone's mind.
Yeah,
lot of luck.
That's it's social engineering. The whole thing is just social engineering. That's what the game is. It's not the narrative of like you're trying to find. It's like it's not a murder mystery.
But I wish there were some clues, some way,
like the mole,
not, or not even like the mole. Like you don't need to sabotage the missions, but you could have
there have been some, not many, not every episode, once or twice a season. There have even the last season, by the way, had that exact thing where someone was able to directly ask another player whether or not they were the traitor, and they had to reveal it. Like that was a thing they put in the last season. Like there have been times, but they do it very infrequently because, as we know, there has to be a traitor in this game in the final 5. The final episode of the show has to have 5 people in it, and there has to be a traitor amongst them. So they will always continue to add new traitors to the game. So the goal of this game has never been find the traitors. It is be in the final 5. That's what the goal of this game is. And then whichever group you're in, you need to be in the right you need to be in the right lane. If you're in the traitors, you need to have another traitor there that you can get kicked out so that you can hide as a faithful. If you're in the faithful, you have to know correctly who the traitors are so that you can survive. But that's what the game is. It's make it to the end.
But
the
you're
rest
not
of it's just narrative. It's just narrative.
All right.
That's what the game is, though. So that's my point. Is there is gameplay. It's not the gameplay that they present it as. That's just for fun. That's just presentation. That's table setting. The actual game is just social engineering. That's what it is. So that's my point. So to wrap it up.
There it is. A lot was said, a lot was discussed, and we're always here for it. So hopefully next week we get a new Pokemon, we get something different. Oh, by the way,
Tom did a preview. It doesn't sound good.
As if it would be as if we're done with the Pokemon.
Pokemon 517. Huh, doesn't exist.
So, there's nothing there. Yeah.
So yeah, who knows? But by the way, so the challenge for next week is going to be a live challenge. I've decided we're going to do it live. So yeah.
Wait, what is it?
So it's Trampoline. It's going to be the same thing that we were doing. Trampoline. I'm going to give you now a week to practice it. And we are just going to do it live night of. And winner of that wins. Done.
All right. Okay.
With a master CPU.
All right.
So you
does that mean
practice
Tom
it?
needs to be able to like stream this?
Wait, so
like, capture this?
I mean, I could also capture it just with like my phone on my screen.
It's the same challenge?
It's the same challenge, but
okay.
I realized that
you could Zoom call in with another, just pointed at the fucking screen.
You just pour it at the screen because it's one screen. But no, what I was thinking was I could do what I did with the jump rope and sit there for 5 minutes and do it and win. But then I was like, you know what? You guys can practice it, see what it's about.
It's so funny you just pick the same thing again, basically.
And then, now we're doing it something different. So now you're going to practice it, and now we're going to play it live. A live task, a live challenge, live in the studio.